the only plan we got. So I think we're gonna have to try the serpentine pattern now because we're out of time.
Serpentine pattern.
Delta formation, go!
You're not exactly out of time. You got as much time as you want, right?
Yeah, until that group to our
The
right
unending
gets a little bit closer.
It circles on.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna just try to be fast,
Okay.
not get caught.
All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we want here. We'll go for a marathon type situation. Sure, why not?
Oh shit.
Joy.
Yeah, we'll go for a running marathon, especially since this is quite a bit, especially with all of the rain. And we'll have this be like a running marathon test. If you don't have running marathon, you can go ahead and have a -2 penalty associated with this. A 1d10 plus Constitution plus running marathon.
Let me get the cat off the character sheet.
Any sort of bonuses you have with speed are mitigated by the fact that it looks pretty bad out here.
I can only succeed. I can succeed on a 9 or 10.
Oh god, I succeed.
All right, and you actually even rolled a 10, Chris. So you can go ahead and roll another 1d10 on top of that.
Oh, I made it.
Bye, guys.
Thanks. Looks like Chris there got 2 successes. 7
Bye.
there ended up getting 1 success.
Bye. It's nice knowing you guys.
However, it definitely does seem like gaps end up closing. And despite the incredible speed of Potman, perhaps he is just unnerved. You know, he's very quick, and he sort of realizes very quick that there is a gap closing that not even he can breach through. And Cheryl and Aidan, perhaps consumed by their own survivability, splinter off from the rest of the group.
And Tony's just slow as fuck.
Which we'll end up saying, if we want to separate here a bit, I'll end up making 2 groups. We'll make team Cheryl here, and then team Potman.
Oh, I wanted to be Team Jacob.
I hate you.
Potman and Trusty Tony. Friends till the end.
Potman and Trusty Tony, why don't you guys end up giving me simple intelligence tests? 1d10 plus double your intelligence. Go ahead and roll another 1d10 for us. Alright, that's 16 plus 3. That's 19. That is your 5th level success. We'll handle that in a minute.
Critical science. Grimith might remember that one.
Yes. The trip through the woods here is very fraught with peril. You're sort of seeing shadows on either side. You've separated from the other 2. You're sort of wondering where the hell to turn, where the hell to look, where the hell to go. And the roads don't quite look as clear as they used to be. Sort of out of the shadows of the forest themselves end up coming these creatures as if they've defoliated like hunted down animals, and they've now sensed better prey and are emerging from the forest to come after you.
Well, shit.
What would you like to do, you two? You guys can certainly spend some time to try to get the battery out. Are any of you comfortable with mechanics?
Totally, yeah.
The one guy that was is not there.
Yeah, totally. That's my expertise.
Oh, yeah, mechanics.
Yeah, Cheryl does have mechanics. If she can get the proper tools and the very slick range, she could attempt to pull out a battery, yes.
We did indeed find the hammer, so I assume we'd have a wrench in there as well. That's really all we need to get our battery out.
Who was carrying the tools?
They should still be in the trunk, because he's...
Yeah, they're still in the trunk.
Okay.
You only took the hammer.
Yeah, I only took the hammer. So in that trunk, which
in
was
the trunk of one car, and then you can go to another car, the first car that you saw.
Let's do it.
You can definitely do that. And all right, we're gonna have the process of this. It's gonna take a matter of time. You don't have much light. You're sort of running on very
We do
tired.
still have that.
What are you talking about? We have both the flashlights.
That's not a whole lot of light for the cutting rain and the wind.
It's
and
also
it is past 2 a.m. Yes, with the trees sort of looming around and the intensity of the situation.
I was
Well, we
pointing
do
out
have two
how
people.
hilarious it
Someone
is that the
hold
people
light.
with the lights got away.
You do?
Don't worry, Team Potman has heart.
It's okay. I said that that also much earlier. Trusty Tony did find a flashlight in the house.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those crappy ones you have in case
Right.
of, oh no, the lights
It's one of the
went out.
shake ones.
But given the situation, the intensity, the sort of the frustration of the situation, I'm gonna have you give me a D10 plus your intelligence plus mechanic -6
Oh boy,
to try to pull this battery out intact.
that's not gonna happen.
Cheryl's working on it. She's working on it.
She's working on it.
She's
How far
working
away
on it.
are these shambling forms?
You're not like you got some distance.
Okay, so none of them are immediately upon us.
None of them are immediately upon you. No.
Okay.
Eh.
I will have gun out at the ready, just watching her back.
Back to Potman's group with this amazing fucking epiphany that Trusty Tony has had. These shapes, these humanoids, these humans that are pursuing you, whatever the fuck they're on, you know, their sight and isn't that good, and their hearing certainly doesn't seem to be that great either. And Trusty Tony is noticing that whenever he gets, like, say, like beyond 5 yards out of them, especially if he's like has a limited profile sight, they can't follow him anymore. They like lose track and they sort of stop moving, and then they try to rotate and they scatter in some random direction, almost as if they can sense where Tony and Potman are.
Okay.
With that in mind, it becomes very easy to just sort of avoid notice, especially since the way back, particularly to that house you guys were at, is clear and devoid for whatever reason. But if that's true, then they can probably sense you through walls, through floors, through ceilings, through any sort of matter or material.
Is this like some smell bullshit?
Tony's not exactly sure what this sense is, but from his amazing intelligence and his sort of recklessness and deviating, all of these shapes, it becomes pretty easy to escape with that in mind.
Follow me, Potman. I'm going to save your life. And
Like, for real, or are you about to lead me to my death?
shut up.
So, where's Trusty Tony going?
To the car. That's the plan.
Just because he knows how to get to the car doesn't mean he can find a way through down there.
Okay. Okay, there's like a lot of zombies still down
Yes,
there.
there is a curtain of them.
So wait.
I know I dragged those off, but there is a curtain down there.
Okay. We're gonna go back the way we were. We're gonna double around some other way. Maybe if the police station's open, we can find a police car. Maybe? Idea?
That sounds awesome. We're gonna steal a police car?
Maybe?
That is on the other side of town. There is just 2 of you. You are bone tired.
Yeah.
Still raining and very dark out here.
We could go back. We could go back to the house, hang out there for a while, see if they disperse a bit, I guess. Because I know what you gotta do. You gotta stay a certain distance away from them, and then they just sort of lose you.
Really? Like, how far?
Like 14, 15, 16 yards, something like that. They just sort of lose you in it, like some sort of PCP radar. And then it just sort of goes haywire beyond that distance.
Man, these guys pretty clearly aren't on PCP. Why
I
are
don't
you
know.
still going on about that?
Whatever. Point is, they got radar or some shit. I'm gonna call it that. And so as long as you stay a certain distance away from them, you can skirt around the edges of them. You know? You follow me? Potman?
Let's say I do.
Okay. Okay, Potman. How about this? Did the house have an upstairs?
It did not, no. Just a first floor and a basement.
Okay. Alright.
I mean, there's certainly other houses around which could have second floor, but that house itself seemed to be pretty special in that it was well stocked, hadn't apparently been touched.
Yeah.
There's certainly enough carpentry materials down there, again, with Tony's amazing intelligence, that you could board up that door.
Okay, Potman, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to the house with all the food, okay? It's got power, it's got a radio, everything. We're gonna go in there, wait for Cheryl. Whatever her name is, I forget. Sorry, Cheryl.
It's all good.
Yes, Cheryl. We're gonna wait for Cheryl and Aidan to come back with the car. Once they get that done, they'll come back into town. We'll get in, drive out of here. Once we're all nice and cleaned up, we'll call the National Guard to come in here and wipe this place out. Okay?
All right. All of that sounds good, except
So we need to
we don't know if
we
they're alive, and they don't know where we are.
So we have to put we have to get some sort of signal so they know that we're there, but one that doesn't attract the crazies. Got it. We'll put up a flag in the front yard. And as they drive on by, they'll see it. Because only
Why would they drive back into town?
Because they like me? Come on.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Well, then what's your great idea to get to them? Listen. Let's get out of the rain first. I'm soaking wet. And I'm tired as a fucking dog. Okay.
I'm thinking we, do that cop car thing. That sounds like the only way that's not going to end up with us dead.
So you want us to run back across the town again?
Do you have a better idea?
Aside from holding up in a building and hoping this all blows over?
Yes. Aside from that.
No. So I guess we're running back across town. I think both Potman and Trusty Tony are going to faint before too long.
Now hold up. Let's see if they got any caffeine in this house.
What are you looking for?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, you guys could brew a few cups if you so wished. Take some time, take a load off.
Sit back down in the kitchen.
Split a pot.
Yeah.
Split a pot. Have some nice sandwiches.
Maybe drape a table over that opening in the door.
Basically, yeah. Prop stuff up, brew ourselves an entire pot of coffee, and then book it with our newly restored energy.
Okay.
We're gonna take all the sugar in it as well.
Potman and Trusty Tony make it back to the house and make it to the coffee and start brewing coffee and drink a coffee without incident. There's no need to roll again, Chris. Cheryl does finally manage to secure this battery, as soaking wet and perhaps a little bit of dented that it is.
Kind of hit the thing and right.
Yep, out of the first vehicle there.
This is
And book it back to the car that Trusty Tony lended for the occasion. Now, how are you going to get the trunk of the car open?
The correct term is requisitioned.
Yes, requisitioned.
Oh, Christ. We don't have the key, do we?
No, Trusty Tony's got the keys to his car.
I don't trust nobody I trust nobody but Tony.
You don't need keys when you can break a window.
True. How you go about breaking the window?
Elbow.
Hey, Aidan, you mind just hitting that with a pistol?
Why not hit it with that nice heavy mag light?
I could hit the maglite. Yeah, I'll hit up the maglite. Smack the damn thing.
Takes a few good swings. Apparently, this is a nice car, but the window breaks.
It
No.
used to be.
My 1997 blue sedan.
Car breaks. You can pop the trunk open and try to do a Actually, no. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it'd be the other way around. We would have come to this car first.
Yeah, you guys would have come here to this car first. I was about to say, wait a minute, this car didn't have a problem with the battery. You guys are confusing me.
Shit, we just replaced a good battery.
We just swapped the live battery.
It's like, why are none of you stopping me if I'm saying wrong things here?
I
Come
wanted
on.
to see how far it was going to go.
Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, that's always.
I
the
wasn't
answer.
returning to the other car. I was going to take the good battery from the one car into the from this car into the other one.
Right. The good battery from that car, which you would have had to get.
So we would have come to the blue sedan first, busted the window, popped its hood, took the battery, and then went to the other car.
Yes, we'll say that. At any rate, Trusty Tony's vehicle is all sad and despondent.
Trusty Tony feels it from as far away as he is.
We could start a good vehicle fire if that would help it feel better.
And as for that battery swap, go ahead and give me another intelligence plus mechanics -6 roll for this whole correct battery swappage.
Again, what the horrible.
At least it wasn't a 1.
Smoke's not a good thing, is it?
I don't think so.
There was something more wrong with the car, because I couldn't possibly have made a mistake in doing this.
Yeah, something wrong more must have been with the car. Smoke probably shouldn't be rising from that like that. No, probably
Least,
not.
At least it won't be cold anymore.
Yeah. Being that battery is totally Tony probably won't mind.
He's got plenty more of them.
So Cheryl gets the sense that her attempts at battery installation will bone tired in the dead rain here, even with the light sources. But the prospect of just things moving around a bit, she has not succeeded and has in fact ruined the device.
Well,
The
shit.
device being the battery or the car?
Yes.
Shit.
I love the yes to both. The car is currently on fire.
Maybe if it was daytime and she wasn't fucking like stressed out, maybe she could get a better sense and sit down with some serious tools and get this to work right. But
Man, what's there to be stressed about? We just had a great vacation weekend in AC.
Forget the blood torrent through the door hole.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see that.
I mean, she's got some nerves of steel, so she's not afraid, but that does not mean the whole stress of the situation does not barrel down upon her.
I'm going to kick the other car's tire in frustration.
Okay, that's certainly possible. And of course, Tony's vehicle, it had a good battery. The only problem with that was that it had a problematic tire. You could still drive it. You could have.
Well, if we had a new battery.
You would have just had to hotwire the car. But if cars have rode on bad tires for a good fair distance.
Okay, there was a third car without the key. I think if we're going to hotwire anything, we'd try hotwiring that one before making some mechanical checks.
You mean the one that was wrecked into a tree?
It might still run.
We passed. Didn't we pass a total of 3 cars? One with the door open, one just in a ditch, sort of, and one against a tree.
We'll jot this on the map just to help this out here. There was, of course, Tony's car, which now has no battery and flat tire. We'll even move that a bit there so the label of that can be seen.
And a broken window.
Yes.
It's adding insult to injury now.
We now have
The floor mats are wet.
there was this car here, which didn't. It was there. It was abandoned by the side of the road. Had closed windows, no sort of keys in it. Then we had this car in here. That was open with the key still in it, but the battery is dead.
Currently on fire.
And then you have a third car which fucking crashed.
Now, the one in the ditch, did it look stuck in the ditch?
You didn't exactly look at it at the time.
Well, I mean, is like the ditch a decent distance below the road, or does it look like it could maybe get out?
In these conditions, if that tire could have enough bite.
So if it's front wheel drive, it's fucked.
Yes.
Tony could do it.
Plus, that thing looks like it has about 7 horsepower, so
I could get 8 out of it.
Shit.
you just gotta pop the clutch.
Just gotta do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, dude, they're not even getting to Z.
We didn't even get to X.
Oh, boy.
So there you go. There's your labels. You got the Tony's car with no battery and a flat tire, the ditched car, the dead battery car, and the crash car.
That is a tiny car in that dip.
Well,
Does it even count as a car?
Yes.
Looks can be
It's
deceiving.
probably got proprietary, like, nuts and screws all over the damn thing.
it's you're looking at it wrong. It's a Segway without the handle.
Screwdriver.
I mean, I just did pull those out of the library, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, should we try to run back to the group?
Into the horde of zombies.
Well,
Or
you know,
around them, preferably.
you could into the forest.
Just continue walking down the road until we pass out and die.
That's a plan, I guess.
You could do that if you so wish.
Good,
I
good
like
game.
the defeatist attitude.
Good game,
Well-
good game, guys.
Well, battery's dead. I guess we're gonna die too. I know what you're talking about. I'm already infected.
You don't even know it's that kind of zombie plague.
While you two think about this, we'll cut back to Team Potman, having just finished several refreshing cups of Joe, their bodies crackling with the energy, having not been disturbed at all.
Man, fuck it. We're not Team Potman. We're Team Nickname.
All right, Team Nickname. I like it. Team Nickname.
Potman and Trusty Tony.
You guys are gonna head out back into the rain to try to go to the police station.
Trusty
Yup.
Tony. Trusty Tony's gonna be a little bit smarter. He's gonna look for an umbrella first.
There is certainly an umbrella.
There. That way I won't get as wet.
Well, seeing him look for an umbrella, I'm going to look for a raincoat.
There is in fact a raincoat.
Where?
Like a big, hilarious yellow one.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Cool, I'm going to put that on with my little girl backpack.
Front pack, get it right.
Right, my little girl front pack.
Oh shit.
My suitcase full of cash and my baseball bat.
And your brick of weed.
That's in the front pack.
Yeah.
Along with, like little sandwiches and stuff. And maybe a thermos of coffee.
And
I'm playing it by ear.
Team Nickname then begins its slow trek up to the police station.
We're just two people going out for a late night stroll.
Yeah, I'm going to prioritize not getting within, 5 meters of a zombie?
Meters. What the fuck, man? This is America. Use yards.
The trees, it's very difficult to see them in this sort of environment, and I would definitely ask you all if you would be so kind as you two make me perception plus notices at -6 You're crackling with energy, bebopping along.
Well, I actually rolled pretty decently well.
I mean, you don't. There's still so many shapes. You're doing an all right job.
Yeah, I think we're doing all right. I don't see anything. Just keep bebopping along.
Yeah.
Try not to make too much noise, but you know.
Does Team Not Nickname have an idea of what they'd like to try from here?
I think we're currently like chest deep in ennui.
The options are literally go looking for the guys or run off into the sunset and assume they're dead.
It's true.
Run off at the sunset. Oh,
Team
how romantic.
nickname and team entirely worse.
I mean, do your characters think they might have better survivability odds together with the group, or just to fucking book it as far as they can? Even though, I mean, how far can you say your characters would make it? You do have some food, but
Tonight, how far can I see?
They don't have the rejuvenating powers of caffeine to support them.
I mean, certainly you could continue to push it. You know, maybe a day of walking completely, but you guys would be pretty fragmented.
Oh. Already
I can resist some of
chariots
the
of broken
pain,
my will.
but
Yeah. You know, you'd be able to hold out for a while before the body caved due to exhaustion.
well, what does Cheryl think? Should we assume they're dead or go looking for them?
I mean, those things were pretty slow, and I mean, what else are we gonna do? Walk down this road? Maybe walk into the forest?
Hey, Grimith, how far did we drive before we came up on this town from the last civilized area?
Oh, you're not sure? Maybe
More than an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going back into the town.
like a civilized area, like there's just a lot of little communities like this out here.
Right, yeah, that's kind of what I meant, was somewhere, even a gas station, or a way station, whatever you want to say. Like
That wouldn't be an hour, but you'd still be looking at maybe a 15-minute drive going at 55, 60 miles per hour.
So a 10-hour walk.
Maybe you can get a horse from one of the stables out here and, ride it off to victory.
Yes, now just hammer on ye old horseshoes and take off down the road.
Yes. Tarry no longer.
I don't feel like I could do another battery swap, let alone a successful one.
Well, they are pretty slow. Think we should go looking for those guys?
Yeah, might as well. Let's just take a look at the rest of these trunks, see if there's anything useful. Maybe someone else carried a gun or something.
Alright.
Doesn't look like there's anything more in the trunks that you folks hadn't already seen.
Even in the trunks we hadn't popped before? Like the ditched car and the crashed car?
Well,
The first smart car ever built.
Nothing of any particular use. You guys already have some lights. I mean, there's some rain jackets, so you can put those on and be less miserable.
Sure.
I'm gonna put on one of those rain jackets.
I mean, tools, but it's not exactly like you want to carry and lug those around with you in particular.
I'm leaving the front of the jacket open, though, so I can still get to the holster.
There's a spare tire?
A spare tire.
Spare tire?
We didn't have a tire iron.
There's a spare tire.
If we had a tire iron, I would currently be hitting that car with the tire iron.
So I got it. All we need is to get a tire iron, take this tire, go past a mechanics check to put it on the car, then go to the other car and take its battery. No, I think we'd have better chances
I am
with the
literally
10-hour
going
walk.
this car with a hammer.
There's problem resolution at every turn, folks.
Alright. I guess we're heading back to town. Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. You folks can begin the whole sort of circle around into the wilderness. I did not put trees everywhere, but they are definitely there.
Right.
And begin the process of attempting to go through.
Some
with
good
you.
news, at least. We can probably see the glowing eye lights or chest lights or what else is inside them.
They're fairly dim. You would have to be up on them pretty close.